Yo guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another Chicago Bears prediction video. This time we have round 2 versus the Minnesota Vikings. I am joined by Zach, like always. Zach, how are you?
I'm doing a lot better than last time we recorded.
I think, it's a crazy how 1 week can change everything. The optimism in Chicago seems to be real. Get there. We have a huge game that I would say this is probably going to have the feels of a playoff game, considering, whoever loses this game is basically done. Anyways, we have a lot to talk about today, starting with Minnesota and their offense. Zach, I think one of the huge keys last time we played the Vikings was how once Akeem Hicks got hurt, Dalvin Cook ran all over us. I think we did a really good job controlling him. As for Justin Jefferson, he tore us apart. Adam Thielen scored a touchdown. We're going to have to play well on the defensive side of things. I don't know how Jalen Johnson is doing in terms of if he's healthy or not. That could be a big loss. Obviously, having Akeem back is massive. But what are some keys that you see from a Bears perspective?
From a Bears perspective, I mean, you kind of hit on it briefly, was the fact that Akeem got hurt against Minnesota. And I can't remember exactly what game. I think it was a Packer game. It was that the commentators were like, the offensive coordinator said with Akeem out, we're able to open up, run a lot more plays than we would normally. Akeem is that kind of stuffer, and it helps out a lot. I mean, you looked at Dalvin Cook was at, I think, 25 rushing yards or whatever in the first half, and then he ended up going off for 70 plus in the second. It was insane.
I mean, Akeem Hicks is the definition of a monster of the midway. He's one of, if not the most valuable player for our defense. Last week, Tampa Bay versus Minnesota. Minnesota probably could have won that game if Dan Bailey hadn't missed 4 kicks. I do say one thing I took away from that game is Minnesota really got beat off on the line of scrimmage on both the offensive and defensive side of things. I believe they gave up 6 sacks and didn't have any sacks themselves. So hopefully that's something that we can take advantage of. But for me, dude, the key is just somehow slowing down Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. I believe Kyle Rudolph is questionable this week as well. So we'll see once injury reports do come out. Now, as for the offensive side of the ball, we all remember Minnesota, how we couldn't get anything going. If we could have had a little bit of quarterback play, I feel like we could have won that game. I believe that was the game Patterson had the TD, right? Where he returned it?
Yeah, so that game, we were down 7-6 going into halftime. And then Cordell took it to the house for the touchdown to give us that 13-7 lead. We then absolutely stunk it up. We didn't score at all. After that, Nick Foles was the quarterback. Nick Foles threw for 106 yards. He had a pick. Our leading rusher was Cordell with 30 yards. Our leading receiver was Allen with 43. It's just we had no offense at all that game. And I think looking back at how the offense played against Green Bay, how it played, Green Bay wasn't the greatest, but towards the end it picked up. Then how the offense looked against the Lions and how the offense looked last week. I'm feeling a lot more confident. Mitchell has thrown for 267 in both the Texans and the Lions game. He threw for 3 TDs against the Texans. Montgomery ran the ball amazingly.
I think that's the key, Zach. We have to establish the run. If we can run the ball, I think, it benefits everything. Our offensive line has looked a lot better, knock on wood. We're pretty healthy. I'd like to see Buster Screen back, hopefully, one of the surest tacklers on the team. A little questionable in coverage, but he is a piece on that defensive side of things. As for Minnesota, I know Eric Kendricks missed last week. That's another big piece. We'll see if he does play. But this is just, Zach and I were talking about this. I am so excited for this game. I have goosebumps talking about this because I'm so unbelievably excited for Sunday.
This game is going to be a classic NFC game. It's going to come down to the line. It's going to come off to the defensive line and the offensive line. It's going to come for both sides.
We'll see if Dan Bailey does kick for the Vikings on Sunday.
The Vikings they brought in for a workout, I believe it was either today or they're bringing him in, is Chandler Catanzaro. He used to play for the Cardinals and the Jets. He's not usually consistent. His career high for field goal made is 90%. He had in 1 year. And then the year after that, he had a 75% field goal. So his career is about an 83% career percentage for field goal and 92 for extra points. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see,
man. Santos has been great for us. Zach, can I get your prediction?
Oh, boy. Here we go. Prediction. We're going for the Chicago Bear win.
Of course.
Mitchell's going to lead the Bears. Mitchell's going to throw for 2 TDs. Mounty's going to run for 1. The Bears are going to win a solid 24 to 14.
Okay, 24-14, guys. Again, let us know in the comments down below your predictions. Please make sure you guys do drop a like. Please make sure you guys do drop a subscription. Check Zach out down below. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.